How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to do a little update on crypto right now because the trend right now that we're seeing is very similar to a very famous technical analysis pattern. So we're going to take a look at it. This could be the start of a spring up in Bitcoin. It's something that we definitely have to take a look at. Of course, you have to believe in technical analysis for this to actually be true, but personally, I think that technical analysis can be used in addition to fundamentals to help inform your investment decisions. So we're going to take a look at it. If you guys don't mind, first hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. Helps out the channel a lot. I know I got a little bit of hate on my last video talking about a way to take advantage of the crypto drop and actually sell and rebuy and take advantage of a tax loophole. So if you guys want to see that, I'll put it up on the end screen. But I got a little bit of flack for that, but overall, I'm still very bullish. Like I said, I bought it as soon as I sold it, like within minutes. So if you guys want to see that, you can. But otherwise, let's get into it here. So Bitcoin returned very quickly. You can see this V right here. It returned right back up to that $32,000 range. Ethereum did something similar. We can see BNB, Cardano, they all followed this V shape. Now, the question is, where are we going from here? Right? And that's the question. That's $1 million question. If you knew that, you'd be a billionaire. So let's take a look at this TA here. So this is the Wyckoff analysis. If you don't know, this is from a famous investor and technical analysis guy. And you can see kind of how it works, right? We have preliminary selling climax, we have a bounce, then we have a secondary test, then trap, and it falls down further, and then comes back up, and then it falls down further, and then we hit the spring where we go up, and then we go back down, and it's more of an uptrend here. So you can see it pretty much follows what Bitcoin has been doing recently, all the way up from $52,000. Kind of interesting. This is over the last month. It's getting really interesting where, okay, we might know in the next week or two what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We might know whether we're in more of a bullish trend or a bearish. Over the video this morning, I talked about the 50-day moving average going under the 200-day. That's called the death cross. That's typically thought of as pretty bearish. However, over time, if you look at the times that this has happened, it hasn't been that bad for Bitcoin a week later. So whether we move over to the bull territory or the bear territory, we're going to have to see. However, we can take a look at one of the best ways to invest, which is dollar cost averaging. Here, I took the prices of Bitcoin. You can see from December in 2017 all the way up until now. And you can see the prices. You can see the prices and then how much you would have had to invest and how much Bitcoin you could have bought. So if you had invested essentially $100 a week, that's what this works out to, $100 a week, you would have been able to stack Bitcoin for about 3 years, 3.5 years, and you could see that you would end up with 2.2 Bitcoin. So instead of trying to time it out or anything like that, you can see you have invested about 18,000, about 18.5 thousand. You would have had 2.2 Bitcoin at an average price of $8,500 per Bitcoin. And then it would be worth at $33,000 today. It would be worth about $72.5 thousand. So a great return on your investment there. Now, one other thing I threw in there is if you had actually gotten an interest rate on your crypto. So if you take a look here, you have gotten an interest rate of 5% because I use BlockFi. They pay about that much. You can see you have gotten some interest too. So instead of 2.2, you would end up with about 2.46, which at $33,000, that's a pretty significant amount. I mean, that's another quarter of a Bitcoin over a couple of years. So that's pretty awesome. If you guys want, there is a link down below to BlockFi, but I think this is the best way to go about it, right? Getting some interest, dollar cost averaging. I know that's what I'm doing. I made that video. Maybe some people didn't watch it, but I'm still very bullish in crypto. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. I bought just yesterday, and I'm planning on buying more every single week. I might buy even some more this week, depending on when the money hits the account. So I am bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on crypto. You could do this for a number of cryptos. Of course, if you could time it out perfectly, it would make more sense to buy at the bottom. But that's impossible. No one knows when the bottom is. You can use technical analysis, you can use fundamentals to try to help gauge that. But overall, I think dollar cost averaging, not trying to time everything out perfectly, is the way to go. So again, looks like we're at a very bullish point, right? Or bearish, I guess, right now, but going to turn to bullish. But technical analysis is based on the past, and we don't know the future. So that is where we're at now. Now, one other thing you can do instead of using BlockFi, if you want, you can try out Voyager. Voyager is really interesting too because they have about 60 different altcoins on there, and they're adding new ones all the time. So they have interest rates. They have interest rates on 22 different cryptocurrencies, all the way up to 9%. And then they also have a rewards program that they're starting here soon that's going to also pay you extra depending on if you hold a little bit of their own crypto. So Voyager token is one of the tokens I'm going to be adding into in dollar cost averaging on, in addition to BNB, VeChain, Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin, maybe some others too. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Voyager and to see them grow, because I'm an investor in that company actually and in their coin token, and I'm just excited to see what they do as a company too, in addition to as a platform. So it's going to be really interesting. Again, I think the best thing you can do is just stack and dollar cost average. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. I would never give that. This is not tax advice. The other video that I did earlier wasn't tax advice, but we are at an interesting point that I want to bring to your attention. Now, today I did 3 cryptocurrency videos and I did 0 stock market content. So if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, so that way I know that you guys like this, that does help. I know I get some flack if I do too much cryptocurrency content for some reason, but I wanted to bring this to you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and let's keep it going. Let's keep up this uptrend.